Morning, morning. And a good morning to Caveman Crossing. He's up at 6 in the morning for this game. Now, when I've played 6 in the morning, I've been punch drunk as hell. Alright, not the greatest of opening hands for the Americas. I only have one 3-drop, and I have to watch out for blockade. I've got defectors at least. But I think I'm not going to use defectors, and I'm going to keep the ops. I'm going to drop Middle East scoring. Yeah, I've been getting absolutely murdered in this tournament. We'll drop Middle East scoring and hope we don't see NASA. And we'll keep what ops we have for ops we have. I need to try and drop Europe scoring. It's kind of a gross hand, really. What else have we got? Cambridge 5, Arab-Israeli War. Not many usable ops. Okay, so he's probably got D-style. So we have to hope the coup in Italy fails. Really, D-style only make... For Romanian application to be headlined, D-style is the only card he could be holding. That's kind of a bummer, since we're more or less convinced he's going to be. We put one into Malaysia. One into France. Do we put one into France? We want to force him to... We're going to have to use all our ops this turn anyway, so we want to force him to... Oh man, it's kind of gross. I'm going to put it into France. So we expect to see D-style here. He may coup again. If he coups again, that's fine. If he uses D-style on moving into Thailand and France, I guess that's a result. If he takes the coup on Panama first, we'll use UN intervention on Arab-Israeli war and take Thailand. Here it comes. Two in Thailand. Threaten France. Let's gamble on blockade. It's a big gamble, but with Truman Doctrine in my hand. It's a big signal that I'm in trouble. So let's see if he punishes me. If he takes Thailand, I'll take Europe scoring at domination. Alright. We'll take Europe scoring while we can. Even if he drops Asia scoring. So he gets the Milops off. Space Arab Israeli, but we don't get there, that's a bummer. Would have come in handy. He does get there. That's a bummer. I'm not holding Asia scoring, sunshine. Middle East scoring's gone. Can live with that. So we use Truman Doctrine for the ops, and we'll pop one in Costa Rica. So we'll need to hold Comic-Con. Blimey, what's our headline? US Japan probably is. See if we get lucky on Indo-Pakistani war. Right. Let's headline US Japan. Just try and make his life harder in Asia. Who off on Panama? Got to play into Jordan before Suez triggers. And I don't want to space too late in the turn, because if I get blockaded, I have to space away decol. Which means I'm going to have to event career more and hope for not a 1 in 6. Okay, no 6, no 6, no 6, no 6, no 6, no 6. It's not a 6. Super. If he uses the China card to pump it, I can think of worse fates. If he doesn't use the China card to pump it, we'll use Fidel to overprotect South Korea and 1 into Jordan. Okay, he just drops Asia scoring before it gets any worse. So we're going to pop 2 into Algeria before he can do the Sahara States Cameroon Spear on Nigeria. No! That is obviously bad for me. I did say I was worried about it too. I made the mistake of not playing into Jordan. I should have put 1 in Jordan, 1 in Algeria. Rookie error. Well, at least we got points as well as Milops. Yes, he's Warsaw Pact. Not tracking very well. Making a rob from my back here. So if I get blockaded, I ditch the Comic-Con and Space Decol. If I don't get blockaded, I will pop 2 into Tunisia, or at least 1 into Tunisia. 1 into Tunisia to try and break Libya and get back in that way. Captured Nazi for influence. Desperate times. And we use Comic-Con to overprotect against de Gaulle. I think we've seen NASA go, haven't we? Yeah, another one I missed. Okay, so we are hoping to avoid Middle East scoring in the reshuffle. I got defectors in the reshuffle. He got 5-year plan, so he can ditch an unsympathetic scoring card. But he also got CIA. So I think he got 5-year CIA, NATO, Independent Reds, and Blockade. Let's headline defectors. He doesn't get to see if I'm holding a card. And now I suspect he will headline CIA to get it out of his hand. He may choose to hold it. He does not. He's not got Middle Eastern scoring. He got Warsaw Pact and Special Relationship back in the reshuffle. Let's hope for a sympathetic coup on Zaire then. Guess not. Alright, so we will not worry about the Middle East right now. We'll try and focus on using our 4-up to flip Angola and make a head start in Africa. Risky business, certainly. I may event De Gaulle and then try and event Truman on it. I just have to leave him below the 3-op level, 4-op level to control France. He may 5-year plan blockade to maximise ops and keep blockade in the deck. He's not super troubled about it right now. So how are things going right now? Africa's about even. Europe's favouring me. Middle East is massively favouring him. Asia's fine for now, but he could 8-7 it and 4-2 Battlegrounds. So that bears watching. South America could certainly be worse. And Central America's not looking great. Alright, so we're going to take the big coup on Uruguay. And it's pretty good for us. He's now going to coup back with Warsaw Pact. Yeah, okay. Let's pop another one in France. Let's resolve the event first. And just double check. No. So we don't want to put one in France. So that's fine because he can't then... Let's do that because then we can threaten a realign on Cuba. And he's going to be getting Milops somewhere at some point. Although, of course, if he's got Europe scoring, I look like a complete idiot. Oh, no, wait. He's shown me his hand this turn. And I've already forgotten. This is good, I guess, because if he takes Venezuela, I get 3 shots of realigning him out of Cuba. Although he could just coup back. Okay. That's not so shabby. He's used Warsaw Pact, so he's still got 5-year plan. Let's space decal. No good. Had to be done. We won't get fancy. Will we get fancy? Oh, I don't know. Seems like a waste of AR6. So if he blockades me, I ditch socialist governments. If he 5-year plans blockade to get 3 ops. We'll see what he does with them. So I'm going to go in above par on score, but I'm in big trouble in the mid-war regions. So things aren't quite as rosy as the scoreline presents. Oh, he's keeping 5-year plan. Savvy. Sod it. It's probably not ideal. But I get Arse Not, and I can ditch a lot of Drek. Which is great. Alright. I think we'll take Missile Envy here and gamble. given the board state. So he polishes off. And what does he give me? Well, 5-year plan. Which pulls Missile Envy. Love that interaction. Makes sense. Doesn't get there. Can't think what I'm going to do with the third op, so I will just spend 2. I'll keep Arms Race because it's a decent neutral 3 op, but I'm going to ditch the rest. Yeah, fine, that was bound to come. And I picked up Middle East bloody scoring, didn't I? What a delight. Didn't even see what we did with the ops. Fine. I'm quite probably in a lot of trouble here, having drawn Middle Eastern scoring. I'm going to keep walking in. Now Arab-Israeli war is gone. Yeah, getting that down the reshuffle really did nothing for me. But then I should have done something about it sooner. I knew it was a mistake when I dropped those 2 into Algeria, so you pay those prices. Okay, so... Okay. That's fine for now. I think we have to use Usuri to flip Lebanon. And hope that he just goes for domination instead of unflipping Lebanon. If he's got 3 ops, I'm in a bad way in the Middle East. But he's got Europe scoring, that's a bonus. Blimey. I got bloody lucky there. Please forgive that. I will ignore it. Alright, so can't headline duck and cover because of the risk of we will bury you. Nuclear subs with CIA gone? Or junta, I guess, because I can always headline nuclear subs afterwards. Let's plug it all in. How I learned to stop worrying. Nuclear subs. Marshall Plan. Shuttle. Salt. OPEC duck and cover. Is that 9? No, it's 8. What have I missed? Still got junta. Marshall Nuclear. Asia scoring. Alright, options, options, options. If I headline... What are the options, right? Junta coup Panama, event shuttle diplomacy, domination in Asia. Or do I let him have the coup, take domination in Asia? If I event shuttle diplomacy and he takes the coup, I can then claim Asia domination, right? So let's headline shuttle diplomacy. And that's going to work. Formosa's in 3, 3. No, it won't. I can't count. So I definitely won't do that. In which case it's back to junta. And he's going to cause havoc in Africa. Partial success. Oh, I'm an idiot. If I vintage... yeah. Okay, well. This happens when I don't count properly. Because he could have put 2 ops into India to level up Asia, but then I get the coup. So will he retake Panama? Yeah. So now we event nuclear subs. If he drops the scoring card here, we just focus on the other place. I guess there's still time to event shuttle diplomacy, but the allure has worn off. And I guess since his hesitation, he does not have scoring cards. Yeah, Vietnam Revolts hasn't gone. So I think first I coup Angola. That's fine. So Angola, then Nigeria. And try and get one off on Panama at some point. Alright, so we get the coup off on Angola first. Definitely. So now we'll put back into South Korea. He's doing what he can. He's fighting the right fight. But he's given up on the fight. So we've got two options. We can event shuttle diplomacy. That doesn't really achieve a lot, does it? We'll just drop Asia scoring at 0. So next up is a coup of Nigeria. And then a coup of Panama. And he's focusing on the 7th region, which is reasonable. Not one, please. That's foiled by my hubris. But I wanted to keep the higher op card for coupping Panama. Now if he sensibly won't play in to Nigeria, and I'm hoping to get Liberation Theology in the reshuffle. That's got me a bit more foothold in the Middle East at least. Will he? Oh no, he takes a coup for Milops. And fails. So we'll have a coup on Panama. Great. made good use of nuclear subs. That's not a shabby deal either. Camp David, Quagmire, Small Step, ABM. Don't need to worry about missile MV. Che, VOA, Panama, CRG. So, big cards still out. Brush War, we will bury you. I think we're going to start with Colonial Rear Guards. And he starts with Liberation Theology, but I've got ABM Treaty. Which he can use to deny me presence in Central America and then score it. If he does that, I coup Zaire to control Africa temporarily. And hope it's a quid pro quo. So OPEC, Quagmire and Che are all mildly unplayable. I could use OPEC to break Libya and make it a 2VP card, which makes Quagmire and Che the hold and space cards. But yes, here what I really hope to see is not 2 into Mexico, 1 into Panama, drop Central America scoring. That would be disgusting. But if he goes 2 Panama, 1 Mexico, and coups Panama, I can ABM counter coup. And I still have Voice of America for shenanigans. The question is where? For domination purposes, Venezuela and Colombia is best. But taking 2 out of Thailand and Zaire Cameroon for control is a sweet deal as well. So choices, little choices. But let's see what he does first. Here we go. It goes for the influence route. Ouch. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 with Voice of America. We'll allow him to get a coup off. I don't have that card in my hand. I have that one. That's better. So he made coup on Panama here, in which case we ABM coup response. That's a monster. So we'll take Panama back. If he retakes Venezuela, we might use ABM Treaty there. To level up country count in South America and make OPEC less valuable. getting all his ops this turn. No, okay, we'll focus on the unscored region. And we're going to ABM Treaty Coup Zaire. So now we hope to avoid brush war. And with OPEC, we might tap Venezuela and give him 2 VP. Oh, there's brush. Does it succeed? It does. Youch. Okie dokie. Let's tap Venezuela with OPEC. Probably not ideal. Well, we know he doesn't have Central America scoring this turn, because he would have dropped to AR1. So we're going to hold Che. Hold Che? Hold Quagmire, I guess, through the reshuffle. Yeah. We will bury you in Brezhnev are the last 2 red cards. Fine for now. Alright, so we're going to space Che. If it succeeds, event 1 small step. If it had failed, I would have used 1 small step for ops to coup Haiti and Nicaragua. But as played, he did have Central America. Interesting. I would have played it for presence-less domination. Let's hope he's got Africa scoring too. Man, using his own Brezhnev for ops on AR7. We're going to use Camp David to pip Thailand, because Southeast Asia scoring is still to come out. And I have it. So he knows what I'm holding. Southeast Asia, Africa. He's got We Will Bury You, but I have UN Intervention. I've got Nixon. So he's got Grain Sales, Puppet, and OAS, and Summit. Ouch. Let's re-add the discards as well. So I got Cultural Revolution, Warsaw Pact and Marshall Plan, and Brush War. I feel like we're going to do Africa scoring, and if you get Decol in the reshuffle, then well done him. But we'll get Africa scoring out my hand, for now. Always risky. Junta's not going to risk that specific area, but is going to risk me more generally. Where he goes may dictate what scoring card he holds. That's not good for me. If he overprotects, Thailand will brush war on Argentina. Need to remember blockade is back in the deck. Always forget that. And we know he's got grain sales. So he'll be spacing grain sales, which leaves him with OAS and puppet governments. But puppet governments is starting to be a pretty worthless card. Yeah, okay, that's pretty straightforward for him then. Choices again. We're going to pump. It's overprotected. We're not going to do that. This is kind of gross. Because he's about to... He's about to get domination in Asia. We're going to ditch Southeast Asia scoring before it gets any worse for us. Okay, it could be worse. We'll space in response. And we succeed. So there will be no peeking on either side. If he drops South America scoring now, I look like a real plum. Well, you're an intervention cultural revolution, I guess. We'll have another crack at Thailand. Is this coming AR7? Alright, I'm happy with that. If he's got Asia scoring, well done him. If he doesn't, there's still hope. AR7. So, I still need to brush war on Argentina, but I may want to put one in Peru before I brush war Argentina in case I can do a saucy realign on Chile as well. Right, so he hasn't got Asia scoring. We'll event Warsaw Pact now. And we'll continue to press Middle East for now. Yeah. He'll just put one in Saudi there. That's kind of bland, but... So we know he's still holding OAS. I want to see some of his other cards. I don't want to rush into playing you an intervention on Cultural Revolution for two reasons. One, I may got blockaded, in which case Cultural Revolution is the card to go. And two is I may want to hold you an intervention for Lone Gunman, potentially. So, okay. Fine. So what we're going to do for now is throw a bit of influence around and queue up the brush war next turn. Good to get into Peru, because if I get realigned out of Uruguay, I now don't lose absolute presence. But now I've got a lot of things going on. Oh, he's going to have a double crack. Africa scoring has already been. I can live with that. Uruguay seems like the obvious next choice. He misses. Good, right. So we brush war on Argentina. Big money, no whammies, and stop. Yay! That's pretty huge. So he's got OS and one other card. And we're going to have 3 cracks at Chile. Ugh, or are we? We are not. Did I get ABM back? What a lucky bugger. Look at that hand. That is a powerfully insane late war hand. I may purge him, because I am pretty rich for ops. And if I get Missile Envied, he gets flower power, which is crap. Brezhnev is AR7. So late war cards, I got Iran Hostage Crisis and AWACS, yeah? All those cards are good. AWACS is good in the current layout. I can space Iran Hostage. But I guess I get the purge off first? I'm so ops rich. Yeah, let's purge him. Let's be greedy. And then he looks at my hand. So he'll be taking ABM out. Maybe I was greedy and should have ABM'd and not purged, but I don't know. I find being American being purged in late war sucks. So Arab-Israeli war before ABM. Space Iran. Event Yasuri. China card hold decall. That has to be the order of business, I guess. So he's playing with complete information this turn. I want to event AWACS fairly early on as well to prevent Muslim Revolution. Got a lot of cards I want to event this turn. Yeah, maybe I should have headlined ABM, because now looking around the board, depending on the quality of his first coup, there's not a lot I can target. Libya, Iran. Iran's good, I guess, because it gives me access to Pakistan to flip it with the China card. I think it all depends on the quality of his first coup. Which I guess is Mexico? Argentina. It's big. But it is not big enough. But it does leave me with a dilemma. We'll have to use AWACS. So now I get Muslim Revolutioned. That's the standard. Well, if he's going to have a scoring card, he's going to drop it. If he's got Asia, Central America, or South America, he has to drop it stat. War before flower power. So I have to use Arab-Israeli war before I do anything else. That's fine. Good start. Finished it off. So we now use flower power to reclaim it. Although that just levels up South America. Yeah, okay, so we use flower power. There are very few late war cards. We're going to be cooing with Brezhnev AR7 to get our mill-ops. And I think we have to event Usuri and play the China card. We're going to give him Iran and gamble on terrorism. Big gamble. Means I'm not getting off to space either. But Usuri, China, Brezhnev. Boy, if I get double terrorism, get stuck with lone gunman, I look like a real fud, don't I? Where did that go? Libya, fine. Right, so pump those two. Hope to China card one of them. Because he doesn't have 3 ops, right? He only needs 2 ops to do most of the work. But I can finish it off with Brezhnev if I give up my mill ops. Which is another option. So 2 ops. We take Thailand. I tell you what, we may event decal, you know? Let's overprotect South America. We may event decal here. And overprotect Thailand. Just to get it out of the hand. Yep. And then we'll use Brezhnev to overtake Thailand and the Koreas. Not sure that's ideal, but it's a good way to get rid of it. Tear down this wall to drop Defcon. Indo-Pakistani war causes me a bit of damage. With Junta gone and ABM, tear down this wall to drop Defcon's probably alright. And I want to drop South America and Middle East for nothing. Yeah, let's tear down this wall. He gets to see my hand. we may as well have a crack on East Germany. Not bad. He gets to have another look at my hand. So now if he headlines Muslim Revolution, I'm in trouble. Pershing, Cuba, OPEC is not playable. Indo-Pakistani War. Salt. So, we'll see what he does in the Middle East. And Indo-Pakistan's the hold card. I do want to try and take Indonesia back at some point, because there's a limited potential to dominate. North Korea's overprotected, so I suppose there isn't. I do need to overprotect South Korea against him punting in a load of influence with the China card as well. So what's he likely to do here? Have a -1 realign attempt on Mexico? Put one in Jordan? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Fine, fine. Gives me a VP. So what do I like? I like tapping Libya. Not realign, please. I like tapping Libya and overprotecting South Korea. I like doing it with his card. So I'm unlikely to get off to space this turn, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's be risk averse and dump it. What we don't want is him pulling some crazy shenanigans. What are we worried about now? Well, that to start. I tell you what, let's get to space, because that's a big swing. This may come back to hurt me, because I have to play a war card. But then I get mill-ops with the war card. So 1 in 6 on India is not the end of the world. So South America next. Dang it. So he now gets to discard a held card. Is there anything great to salt? Purge turn 10? Ouch. Big 6. No. Do I want to salt purge turn 10? Because thinking out loud, I suppose I do, because actually if I get lone gunman and get terrorized, that's another way I can stand to lose. Man, things are nasty in his hand when he has to event colonial rear guards. We're going to Latin American deck crisis away Cuban Missile Crisis and sacrifice an op just to clear our hand out of garbage. Fine Africa scorings. We'll keep pressing domination there to be difficult. Just double check I've not missed anything massive. Or if I get blockaded, I have to lose sword negotiations here anyway, which is... Told you I always forget that card. Camp David's gone. Fine. And thankfully I've overprotected. So let's salt purge. What does he chuck? VOA. Nice. Man, what a hand. All white and all right. But we are going to purge him. We're not going to have any surprises. So a purged coup on Thailand, we can counter coup. We're just looking to get to the end of the game now. Final scoring would be fine. Oh yeah, Lone Gunman's not in the deck. Oh man, I've not been paying attention. No war cards. Okay. Let's see what Defcon he selects. Defcon 4 would be the obvious one. Unlucky for him. Relax, dog. It's not all about you. We're going to play cautiously here. If we can event kitchen debates for the point. Oh, Pelagia scoring. Go on. Boo. Yay. The downside is he's now going to get AR7. Which is nicely done. So we will have to do a bit of work to protect our assets. Got a coup Cameroon. Coup Cameroon, more influence into Jordan, stop domination there. Overprotect West Germany and claim some more battlegrounds in Europe. That's just one op, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do that to cover we're going to coup Cameroon to get temporary domination in Africa. And we'll tap Saudi to get domination in the Middle East for him to react to. And event kitchen debates. We'll event kitchen debates now. AR6, AR5 coup Cameroon, AR6 do shenanigans in the Middle East to get domination there. If he's got the Reformer AR7, it doesn't swing it. I may just get there, despite terrorism hurting me a bit. Now I want to event special relationship and coup Cameroon last term. Yeah. A straight 2 VP there is fine, I think. So we'll trade. Is that going to dominate? I need to do the maths. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3. No, it's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will trade domination of Africa for domination of the Middle East and get my Millops and his AR7. He's got. my turn. 4 and 8. Well, he makes a win, guys. Thank goodness for small favours. Comment freely. I probably mess some stuff up along the way, but that's what makes the game fun. And I'll be 2 and 7 leaving the league, rather than 1 and 8. So, yeah, that's not so bad. Thanks for watching.